I wanted to sort of discuss endurance bots and the sort of time frame before they come into batches. I think back to last year and the bots that were coming out last year. And with the new batch probably coming around soon, over the next month or two, I reckon we'll have a new 5-star batch. And I was thinking, oh, what bots will we see in the next batch? So I thought it's probably going to be Alpha Trion, and Tan, and the Junkions in the next batch. That's two, probably 5 stars in a new batch. But I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, Junkyongs, Junkkeep and Redgar coming out around September time. And I remember Alpha and Tan coming out around April, May. So that's pretty much a year before we get the chance to obtain endurance bots. And I think a year is a bit too far. It's a bit too long. I understand giving exclusivity to people that do the endurance. I'm all for that. But I think that's a bit too long. So I thought, how can we maybe speed this process up? And I had a bit of an idea that I'm going to put forward to Dale. And just want to ask you guys what you guys think of it. And whether it'll work or not. And I thought about, what about putting bot shards in events each month? Different ones. So what they could do was they could put, as part of a 10 or 20k event or whatever, they could put maybe 500 Retgar shards or 500 Blue Streak shards. They could do a 50k event, and at 20k you get some Retgar shards. At 40k you get Blue Streak shards, maybe. With the newer bots that have just come out in endurance being at the higher end of the scale. So for example, you might have at 10k, you might get 500 Retgar shards because it's been here for a year. And then at 20k, you might get some Blue Streak shards. And at 40k, you might get 500 Leo Prime shards. And sort of going on step by step up to like maybe a 50k event, where at 50k, you also get 500 Beachcomber shards. But you can save them up. I'm not saying 500 is the amount, but you could probably save them up. And if every week they had a different bot, or they had all the bots at a low amount in each event, it kind of encourages people to play the events as well, to maybe get these 5-star bots. I'm not saying make them free to play. I'm not saying Beachcomber comes out and in 2 months he's available free to play. But, he has to be available faster than a year. That's sort of the idea that I want to put forward to Spacey about bringing character shards for bots into events. Because I sort of play events and I'm like, I've got no real need for Spark. I've got real need for anything. What do I really need right now? I want Blue Streak. If I'm honest with you, that's what I want right now. I want Blue Streak. And maybe Beachcomber. So, do I not really play any events until November? When Blue Streak will probably come in a batch and I get him for free? Do I wait until next March to get Beachcomber and get him in a batch and get him for free with the events that you play and things like that? Or do I start a system where I can start earning shards and then probably get this bot before then? Before November. And yeah, it might be free to play or thereabouts. I might have to play in events that I'm already playing in, maybe. But then I'm kind of making me play events. It's increasing the amount, it's increasing the engagement of the players. So that's the sort of idea that I want, and it's available for people that are just going to play events. So if you work hard in events, then chances are you're going to get these bots as 5 stars. You can take it out of the batch anyway, because it's going to be in the batch eventually, regardless. So you're not going to live and lose anything. But you got to think between now and say November for Blue Streak, for example, there's 20 odd weeks. You could divide that simply how many shards for that 5-star bot. We've got the system for the 4-star bots. Why not have it for the 5-star bots? That's my idea anyway. So I'll put a space safe and see what happens. But let me know what you guys think in the chat about this idea and see if it think it work.